And we're back. This is Magpul angled foregrip part 2. This is what she looks like on the rifle. Pretty nice. I mounted a little further back than I think most people would say it was supposed to be mounted at. I'm generally a mag well holder, and I don't care to have my arm cranked way out here. Now this gun was pretty much designed for that, so that you can get your arm. Let's see if I can do this on video. Forgive me guys, I'm still using my phone. They want your arm out here at the end, thumb forward, to keep you from over or under swinging, and they want your arm pretty straight, almost with thumbs forward pistol grip, and it's supposed to get you on target faster and be more comfortable than this. Well, this is pretty comfortable, but you get the weight of the rifle and whatever you have on it wiggling you. Me being a mag well holder, I didn't want to be stretched out that far for more than one reason. I'll get into the second reason soon, but just comfort and usability for me is here. And you see it mounts very well. It is sturdier than sturdy, and that was another reason I was looking into getting it. But I lose my train of thought every time. The installation, we'll cover that and move on. The installation was very easy. As you see, there's a flathead screw here, and there's an Allen head here and here. If you remove this flathead screw and remove it completely out, this will slide on and off of your rail. You pick where there's a depression in your 1913 rail, one of the recessed areas, slide that through there and tighten it up, and that will keep it from going forward or backward. Now, I have to say that it's on there sturdy enough. I probably don't even need the screw. Without loosening the other bolt that pinches it tight, I had to beat this thing with my fist to get it on there. I was just too lazy to go get an Allen head to loosen it up, but I'll tell you, it's a good tight fit. Once I put that thing in there, it's not going anywhere. And I really appreciate how that was made. It's just a quality piece of product, as is most Magpul things, everything I've encountered. This here, this little nub, I don't know if you can tell, is a separate piece, and they supply a flat one with the grip. All you have to do is loosen up these two screws and separate the halves. You see the seam going down the middle? Kind of jigsaw puzzles right there, and then stays pretty straight. Once you do that, you can pop the halves apart a little, place a new one in, pinch them back together, tighten those two up, and tighten that one up. It also leads to another thing you can do with the grip. If you're one of the guys that has a ton of stuff mounted on your rifle, whether it be on the side rails that hangs down or in front, and you don't want to take that stuff off, it's not quick release, or you like it where it is and you don't want to mess with it, you'll want to loosen these screws after removing that one, so you can spread the thing apart, snap it over where you want it, and then fit it that way. Because otherwise, if you just remove this one, you have to slide it on the length of the rail to wherever you want it. Either way, it's easy. Being that I have no other junk on my gun, I just decided to slide it down. And I didn't want to go get the Allen wrench anyways. This was the last one they had in the store. It's kind of beat up. I mean, the plastic's perfect. The screw had seen some better days. I really don't care about that. It's going to get worse before it gets better. And overall, the fit and finish, the quality, all the round edges, the radius corners, the whole deal is really quite nice. Running around the house like a madman with this on my gun was quite comfortable, and the gun just seems to hold very well. It's as comfortable as the mag well hold to me, and maybe even a little bit more. One of the things I prefer when building any AR or running any AR is to keep the 2 points of contact at the same angle. So when this hand is here, the angle of my forearm to my elbow, and from wherever my grip is along here, which is usually about right there for me, will keep this arm on the same angle. I find that to be very important for comfort, especially for those of you who mount a ton of junk up here on the end. This thing was made to keep your sway and your swing and underswing, overswing, inline more or less for 3-gun matches and quick follow-up shots. That's why they want your arm extended and the whole philosophy behind it. I understand all that and I appreciate it, but that's not what I bought it for. I bought it for another good spot to get a good hold on the gun, other than the magwell, because of the slot between the upper and the lower on this one. Holding just the magwell, which is, and the handle, which is essentially just a lower receiver with contact with my cheek on the stock, which is still the lower receiver, left this too much room to wiggle when I squeezed the trigger. Holding here, pulling into my shoulder, and here, and the cheek weld, now I'm holding the upper and the lower, and I'm able to tighten up my groups. So I did it this weekend using the sandbag and from standing by holding the handguard, which is something I never do. So I always take the vertical grip off. I don't care for vertical grips, but the angle foregrip may just be the right answer for me. I'm hoping it is. It's low profile enough that it's not really going to get in the way, and it's not going to snag on everything. Both sides are beveled, and other than these nubs, which do good for grip, they're radiused as well. They shouldn't snag on anything you're wearing or anything you bump into, like a vertical grip will. Get hooked on things. You get hooked on the car door jamb, the door jamb, the half wall, anything you're going through, any barricade. If you're crawling, you get hooked on the curb. It's a whole nother world. This should eliminate most of that. I like the nub up front. I'll even grab that, but that's made for your short barrels, keep you from going forward and getting your hand around the front, kind of like the old HK grips. But this one will still allow me to slam it down on barricades and get a good mount with the handguard. I can even slam it down here, just like the vertical foregrip left me that room, and still leave me the handle without being so long that if I go to slam it into something, I'm finding I'm smashing the handle into stuff. I thought about getting a Tango Down vertical foregrip, one of the stubbies, especially with the quick release, but being the quick release, I know me, I would just remove it. Oh, I'm going to have to go to another part here. Pardon me.